Oh, this is going to hit some strings, I think. Am I the asshole because I don't emotionally support my wife's obsession with Taylor Swift? This is going to be some controversy, dude. This is going to be a weird one. My wife is fully obsessed with Taylor Swift. For the last year plus, that's all she listens to. Every Taylor Swift album on one continuous loop when she's working out or even just walking around the house doing stuff. Spent $2,000 to go see her recently at the Eras tour. Probably spent another $200 on merch. She filmed the show on her phone and will regularly put it on TV and just watch for hours. Okay, this is fine. You're obsessed with one musical artist, one band, whatever it is. That's all you listen to for a while. I go through periods like that. The White Stripes, I've listened to every White Stripes album like 100 times. Because I do just listen to them all the way through. That was years ago. It's been a while, but I went through that phase too with them. Spent $2,000 to go see her. I mean, that's what you're gonna spend. It's gonna cost $2,000 to go to the concert. That's not an issue. That's just what it costs. Probably spent another $200 on merch. Again, that's just what it costs. There's nothing weird there. She's filmed the show on her phone. On its own, not weird, and will regularly put it on TV and just watch for hours. Now, this part is where it's like, okay, hold on. It's a little bit strange, right? Because like recording on your phone, that's because you think you're gonna care to watch it later, but then you don't, because who the fuck ever watches the concerts that they record on their phone? Nobody. So to put it on regularly and watch for hours, it's sus. She has already spent $2,000 on it. She's got to extract as much value out of it as possible. That's a good point. So this isn't like a red flag to me. This is like a yellow flag. We'll also watch the live streams of her performances on TikTok or whatever streaming platform those are on. That's also fine. Is now going to go see the concert movie. Fine. It has been nonstop Taylor Swift in our house for a long time now. She continually refers to the live concerts as the best experience of my life. Fine. She says Taylor Swift is a lifestyle. Weird. That's weird, but it's not that unusual. People have been doing this okay, think about all those greasy fucking balloon sucking weirdos who go to like Grateful Dead concerts. You know what I mean? It's no different. This is probably being a Taylor Swift Swiftie, probably much healthier of a lifestyle than being a Grateful Dead follower. You know what I mean? But this isn't like a new thing because of Taylor Swift. I personally don't really get it. I have never been obsessed with anything to that point. I love soccer and would love to watch Messi play, but I can't bring myself to spend $900 for a ticket to his upcoming match. It's just too much. I mean, this personal detail is kind of irrelevant. Everyone's different. If that's just not what you're into, you're just not that interested in shit, then, you know. I am also really passionate about things my wife has no interest in, but I'm also not looking for her emotional support with those. Those are just things that are important to me and will remain important to me regardless. I have for sure made comments to my wife implying that this whole Taylor Swift thing is getting out of hand. I also was not super stoked that she was spending that much on one ticket to go see one concert, but ultimately it's what she really wanted and we had the money, so I said yes, and I'm happy that she got to do it. That's very, very nice. Recently, she blew up on me about how I don't support her as much as she thinks I should with her Taylor Swift lifestyle. She cites comments I make implying it's a cult, and the only one winning here is Taylor Swift raking in the dough. And maybe it's time to focus on other things. I mean, it's not about like winning something. It's entertainment. And your wife is incredibly entertained. Yeah, it's weird, but I don't know. He's taken it pretty far, I think. She wants me to stop making comments like that and stop rolling my eyes and be supportive of her and her interests, but from my perspective, it's really taken over her life, and that just can't be healthy to obsess over someone like that. People need balance. I also thought one of the benefits of marriage was to have someone tell you this kind of stuff, and it shouldn't be an argument. Am I the asshole? If so, what can I do about the situation to make it right? Okay, I understand what this guy is feeling, especially because he provided the context that he himself is personally not somebody who is like obsessive or has like really leans in to his own fixations and drops a bunch of money and says things are a lifestyle when they really shouldn't be a lifestyle. But I don't know if she's not hurting anybody. All of the Swifties who are like this, people who are complaining about it are just people who don't have that in them. And maybe the Swifties like this are unhealthy. Maybe they are. Maybe it's something that they shouldn't be doing. Maybe they shouldn't call it a lifestyle. But at the end of the day, I don't really think she's like hurting anybody. She's not forcing him to join her in her lifestyle. Yeah, all she's looking for, it seems, is for him to stop rolling his eyes and saying that she's in a cult. It would be one thing if she was actually being really weird about it. If they were like broke and she made like a GoFundMe to be able to go see the Eras Tour movie for the 10th time, then it would be kind of weird. This is one where it's hard to say without more info. $2,000 can be a lot of money depending on your situation. They said that they were fine with spending that much money. Ultimately, it's what she wanted and we had the money, so I said yes. So the money wasn't an issue. And also, every ticket to the Eras Tour costs $2,000. Like, a big concert like that is gonna be like over $1,000. Let's see what the normal question. Am I the asshole because I don't emotionally support my wife's obsession with Taylor Swift? Can you guys help me out? What does emotional support mean? And also, wife's obsession. That is a bit of a biased language there. Obsession. It's not even emotional support that is needed. He needs to be a decent husband and not shit all over something his wife loves just because he doesn't understand it. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much the take. Hopefully he takes the comments to heart and really comes down from his high horse. Well, we'll see. I don't know if we haven't seen the comments yet. Honestly, the most shocking information in the post is that the fact that anyone ever watches the crappy cell phone videos, everyone insists on taking out the content. Okay, yeah, that is a good take, but let's get down to the brass tacks here. It seems to me like you are getting in the way of your wife and Taylor Swift's relationship. Okay, this guy's just memeing. How is Taylor Swift the lifestyle? See, these people are just shitting on it because, like, do these people have the same energy for like the comparison that I said earlier of like Grateful Dead? People who literally follow Grateful Dead city to city to city to city in fucking caravans, selling t-shirts and drugs to be able to fund their escapades. This is something that's happened for a long time. Just because, you know what it is? People are seeing Taylor Swift have this big, huge tour, and it's the first time in their life that they've ever seen a musical act go on tour on this scale because they're 14 years old and they don't know that this is a thing. And COVID just ended, so there were no big tours happening for like 3 years. And so now that they're seeing it happen again, now they have all of these brand new fresh opinions about it when this shit's been going on for fucking 100 years. You know what I mean? Let's see what other people say. So I think most people are saying you're not the asshole. Oh, wives of Grateful Dead fans know your pain. That's hilarious. Came here for this. Grateful Dead fans have abandoned their whole job, wife and children to go roll around the mud on LSD during fire on the mountain. Exactly. Oh yeah, and Fish too. Fish is, I guess, a more modern version of that. That's the thing. I think a lot of the people responding to this Reddit, especially on Reddit, it's going to be people who are like anti Taylor Swift. Reddit thinks that this guy is not the asshole. I think he kind of is being the asshole. So I think this is the first one that we've disagreed with Reddit on. I think he is being the asshole. All right, next one. Am I the asshole for lying about why I'm a single dad to someone? Huh. Let's figure this one out. This is weird. I, 25 male, am a single dad to my 5-year-old son and daughter. Their mom is alive, but left me and I have full custody. Yesterday I had to buy groceries, so I had my kids next to me. An older guy was behind me in line and started asking me about them, and I should have just said that I was watching them or something, but I told him that they're my kids. I don't look old at all. So of course he started judging me like people love doing. He ended up asking where their mom was, and I almost just said at home or something, but I'm tired of being judged. So I made up a lie and said that their mom died. She might as well be dead to me. Oh, geez. Okay. He looked horrified and mumbled something and walked away. Thankfully, my kids didn't know what was happening, so I finished and left. This morning, I was on the phone with my sister, and I told her about it, and she got mad at me and told me that I went too far, and I got a reaction out of him for no reason. I can understand that, but I'm really tired of being judged for being a young parent. But maybe my judgment is clouded. Am I the asshole? Honestly, no. I don't think so, because, like, there's no harm in that. There's no such thing as superstition. You know what I mean? So, like, saying she's dead isn't gonna magically make her fucking die, right? So if we're living in a secular world, that's obviously not a problem. So what is the harm? Because you got this fucking geriatric asshole, this older guy, coming up to you when you're with your kids, and he starts talking shit. Nah, make him feel like an asshole. Fuck him. That's what I say. I say he's not the asshole. I say it's fine, dude. You want to shut down the conversation because someone's being a fucking dickhead to you, and you want to teach that guy a lesson. Quit fucking around. Stop talking shit about young parents. It happens. Let's see what the people say. Not the asshole. Where's the mom? Alien abduction. Travel through time. Bermuda Triangle. Quicksand. Nosy strangers don't deserve your life story. True. Especially if they're just going to judge you and critique you. Exactly. They don't need to know his business. Hopefully that guy learned his lesson. He didn't. Not the asshole. I was in Home Depot years ago looking for paintbrushes. I happened to be wearing a shirt that read Naval Academy, where my sister went. Out of nowhere, some dude walks up and starts trying to aggressively quiz me about what class I graduated in. Who did I know, or was I just a tag chaser? Dude, you know what that's the byproduct of? This is a byproduct of all of those videos of stolen valor, of people like wearing like military stuff to try to get like discounts at like McDonald's, but then people calling him out and catching him on camera. So this person's just being harassed because they think it's stolen valor. I looked up in the eye and said, my husband died in Afghanistan, but thanks for bringing it up. Ooh. He turned bright pink and scurried away. Others in the aisle were glaring at him. I was in my early 20s and never been married. My sister is alive, and well, but fuck that dude. Yeah, exactly. Imagine someone just walking up to you, quizzing you. The people who are like that, like if I was wearing like an army shirt or something, I've never served, never would, and some dude started like questioning me on that, it's like, why do you fucking care, dude? Like how deep are you throating the boot that you need to fucking question the validity if somebody else is somebody who's wearing like a military shirt is in the military? They're never going to be able to wash that taste of boot out of their mouth, dude. Straight up. Because why would you care, dude? All right, that was a good thread. That was also an easy one too. These ones are really easy. We're kind of blowing through them kind of quick. I'm glad I have like 12 here. Let's just jump right into it, like Philip DeFranco. Am I the asshole for telling my husband he has no right to tell me what to do with my body? Let's find out. I'm going to make a snap judgment based on the title without reading any of the context. There are situations in which it's not necessarily an asshole thing to do. My ears are gauged. Okay, I used to have 1/2-inch plugs, like pretty big ones. So I understand like body modifications, but if I had a friend who was saying like they wanted to get like their tongue split or like gauge their cheeks or gauge their nostrils, I would advise them not to do that, right? Would that make me an asshole? I don't think so. So let's figure out what the context is. All right, let's read this. My husband and I have been together for 7 years, married for 5. We have a son together who is 4. We love each other. I respect my husband's opinion, but ultimately I am the one to decide over my body. True and real. An acquaintance of mine and my husband have a small gym wear company, and now they have expanded with swimwear and underwear. It is not a very well-known company, but apparently they do well. Now they asked me to model their underwear line. They're having models of different ages. When I told my husband, I didn't expect him to fly off the handle. He was very angry and told me I was not allowed to do it. I'm sorry, but no? Yeah, I don't want your body out there for everyone to see. I mean, what does he even mean? I always wear bikinis on the beach, so what's the difference? Every woman wears bikinis and underwear. Am I the asshole to tell him that he doesn't decide over my body? This is a really common thing that you see in weird kind of toxic masculine spheres where men are like, I don't want my girlfriend to post on Instagram. I don't want her to be like have pictures on the internet of her like in a bikini. Every single time, in my opinion, that comes from them being scared that other dudes are going to be attracted to their girlfriend. And then those other dudes are then going to approach the girl and the girl's going to be stolen away by some other dude. That is 100% of what that is. It's just men being insecure of thinking that their girlfriend is going to find someone else. When they post on Instagram wearing like a bikini or something, that's the girlfriend advertising themselves to other men, which is ridiculous. So in this story, if she's doing modeling for a mutual friend's company where they're modeling swimwear and underwear, I don't think the dude is being reasonable in this situation. I don't want your body out there for everyone to see. I guess like I would have to just ask why. Why don't you want people to see this? What are you imagining is the situation here? I guess you just have to like get into that guy's head. I can guarantee he follows half-naked Insta models. Yeah, that's the thing. Because, see, that's another part of it too. It's almost an admission that you are seeing women just as these sexual objects. That when you see a woman who's just modeling for like an underwear company or something, you can only ever see them on that level. So that's almost like a self-report if you feel that way. Yeah, they think that women are their personal property or personal trophy. Like she belongs to him. Yeah, that is a weird thing too. She's not the asshole for saying that at all. I think that's a pretty cut and dry one, honestly. Let's see what some of the comments say, though. Not the asshole. You're absolutely right. It's your body, and you have every right to decide what to do with it. Just keep in mind that logic can be used to justify a lot of things that people do will consider deal breakers in a relationship. Not the asshole, but it doesn't mean your husband was being the asshole if he's not okay with it. His I forbid you attitude is complete BS, though. Yeah, he's not an asshole for not wanting her to do it. It's how he expressed her doing it. So, like, even if he was uncomfortable with it, all he had to say is, I'm not comfortable with it, but, you know, you can do whatever you want. I feel like that's the ultimate take there. Your man should support you in a way that he's like, wear what you want because I'm the only person who is taking it off. That's the vibe you should go for. That's funny. Yeah, that one was super easy. That's a softball, dude. All right, let's try to find some, like, good ones out there. That was an easy one, though. This is a hypothetical. Would I be the asshole for financially cutting off my daughter after she told me not to expect her to care for me in my old age? I feel like there's some parents out there who don't deserve it. You know what I mean? There are some parents who should be put in a home. But let's see what the situation is, and we'll figure that out. My 44 male daughter, 23 female, does not get along with my wife. We have been married 2 years. My wife and I got together when she was in college. My ex-wife doesn't like her, and I have a feeling that is the biggest part of it. My daughter can't really seem to point to what she doesn't like. Just general, she is a stuck-up bee, or she always has an attitude. My daughter recently graduated, and we have been helping her pay bills here and there as she looked for a job in her field. We usually give her around $1,000 a month. Recently, she was at our house, and her and my wife got into an argument over my daughter leaving a mess in the kitchen. As I tried to diffuse things, my daughter started screaming that I was a piece of shit for siding with my wife and that she was going to remember this when I am older and need her. This floored me. At this point, I just walked away. After giving it some thought, I realized I don't want my future to be in the hands of someone else, especially someone who intends to lord that over me. I would never place the expectation on her to care for me, but I do feel like since she has made it clear that any support from her in my old age would come with strings, it makes more sense to invest that money so that my later years will be paid for. So would I be the asshole if I redirect that $1,000 a month into my retirement versus helping my daughter? Was she just fucking kidding? Was she just memeing on you, bro? She said, I'm going to remember that when you're older. Well, calling him a piece of shit for siding with the wife, maybe she is being serious. Because it was a tense situation. I guess you can't predict the future though. Like, even if she meant that in the moment, you gotta keep in mind, she is a 23-year-old. The dad is 44. Presumably, this dude's gonna live for another 30 years. So by that time, when he's, okay, we'll say retirement age in 20 years, she's gonna be 43 when he retires. So do you think your daughter, who is 23 today, is going to think exactly the same way when she's 43 and needs to like take care of you? And also, would I be the asshole if I redirect that $1,000 a month into a retirement versus helping my daughter? Okay, do you not already have a retirement saving happening? Do you not already have that in the works? Because if you don't already have a retirement saving built up to where you're going to retire and have like, $500,000 to be able to live 20 years without working. If you don't have that, then yes, you should be investing first. And then once you get into a good, comfortable spot, then you can start throwing money at your daughter. So I guess I would need more context to really be able to make the judgment here. Stepmom told her to clean up after herself and she flipped out and cussed out her dad. That part is obviously annoying, but like, let's keep in mind, 23 years old. It's going to happen, especially if the daughter really doesn't like the stepmom. This is a tough one because the girl, she's 23, she fucking hates her stepmom. She got into an altercation with her stepmom. And then she redirected that anger towards the dad and said something that is, not nice. I'm going to remember this when you're older. But all of those things considered, he's not fucking even close to retirement age. She's going to be in her 40s by the time he retires. She's not going to think that way anymore. He would be the asshole to vindictively stop supporting her financially if he already had his retirement savings like on track and was going to be fine. So if this is like disposable income and he's like, I'm going to just invest more instead of giving it to my daughter, then yeah, he would be the asshole. But if he is struggling to save for retirement now as it is because of this money, giving it to his daughter who is pretty spoiled, then he wouldn't be the asshole. So it's tough. I need more context. I don't think that's a make your daughter homeless situation. It's $1,000 for bills. I mean, shit fucking sucks right now too. Like financially, if you're younger, you just graduated from college. A lot of people do need financial support from their parents. And so if this is enough to like have a disagreement and her saying some shit that is like not kind is enough for him to be like, you're on your own, then he's no different than the daughter saying, I'm going to remember this. Aren't they both in that same situation? The only difference is the reality right now, the material present, the material fact is that she relies on his support. Not this hypothetical in 30 years, I'm going to need my daughter's support type beat. I don't know. I think I come out, people are probably mostly going to disagree with me. I think this guy would be the asshole for just cutting off his daughter like that. But I know, because it's Reddit, that they're all going to side with the guy, so let's go see that. Because zero of them are going to think about, well, you're not going to retire for another 20 years. So she's not going to be the same person in 20 years. Not the asshole. Tell her you need to divert the funds you are giving her to ensure you are cared for as you age. Since I can't count on you, I need to invest in my retirement. Yeah, bro, this is definitely going to bring you guys closer. I guess it also means, like, what does she mean? Like, if she is threatening that, like, not taking care of him in his old age, what does that really look like? What does it mean? But that's what I mean. Is she's only 23, definitely not going to be the same in 20 years. Exactly. So this is kind of like a pointless post. The dad is being a petty little baby. You know what I mean? He's being a little baby boy. Because if he's that worried about his retirement, why is he worrying about leaning on his daughter instead of already having a retirement saving? Like, you should definitely have a retirement saving and not rely on your children to take care of you. So it sounds like they both suck. I feel like that's that is my final judgment. They both suck. Because the dad is running to fucking Reddit, talking about his fucking 23-year-old daughter who just got out of college because she said some like nasty shit to him, and he's thinking about like paying her money, and she said some shit that she's not gonna take care of him if she can't always have her way. So it's like they both suck. I don't like either of these people. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the next one. Father is a Reddit poo-poo baby man. Exactly. This one sounds weird. Am I the asshole for punching my ex's husband after he made a hurtful sexual comment about my daughter? My ex and I split up when my daughter Sarah, 14, was 4. My ex has been married to her husband Sean for almost 3 years. I have my daughter 4 days out of the week due to her mother's work schedule. I don't like Sean. He's always gave me a weird vibe. My daughter and I are very close. Sarah wanted to go to the movies with some friends, then to a friend's house. Boys were going to be there. I told her to be on the lookout and to call me if she got uncomfortable. This conversation went on while we were at her mom's. Sean was in the room and said, "Why are you worried? She don't even have boobs yet." Punch. My daughter is already self-conscious and she asked me to buy her padded bras to fit in with her friends. Sarah went mute and ran up. Oh, the girl was there? The girl heard this? Okay. Punch him in the face. Sarah went mute and ran upstairs. I asked him why he would say that about a 14-year-old. He said he was saying the truth. Bro, come on. And that she was safe from the boys. I just got filled with rage and my hands moved before I had a thought process and punched him. Yes. My ex kicked me out, made me wait in the car for Sarah. Later that night, my ex texted me saying I needed to apologize to Sean. No. He may have to go to the hospital because his nose is bruised pretty bad. Good. And that Sean was only joking around and I let my temper get out of control. Fuck you. I just felt as though he was sexualizing my daughter and also put her down too, because it is something she is very self-conscious about. Am I the asshole? No. It's such a massive red flag. There's so many things wrong with this fucking Sean guy, dude. This Sean guy is a fucking loser, freak, idiot, moron who deserves to be punched in the face. Your wife has a 14-year-old daughter. The father is over. You're all in the room together. The father is reasonably concerned that she's going to a party, a sleepover or a friend's house, whatever it might be, and there's going to be boys there. He is worried and providing his daughter with much needed advice saying, hey, be careful, look out for issues, and if you are ever uncomfortable, you know you can call me. I'm going to be worried sick knowing that you're out there and these 14-year-old boys are going to be looking at you. So if you need to call me, I can come pick you up and you're going to be fine. W dad, massive W dad. That is exactly what dads need to say in that situation. And then this fucking freak, Sean, says, oh, she don't gotta worry about it though. She ain't got tits yet. I'm sorry. And you just said that in front of the 14-year-old girl and her fucking biological parents, dude? And you expect to walk away from that situation without a broken nose? No. Your nose is getting broken every single fucking time. You do not fucking say that, A, about a child, okay? B, who isn't your fucking child, in front of their fucking parents. C, when they're fucking in earshot of you. This is like the most justified punching in the face that I've ever seen. Yeah, L mom too though, because yeah. That mom was being like, oh, you should apologize to Sean. Apologize for what? Didn't hit him hard enough to put him out of his fucking misery? God damn, what a loser. He's a skeezy scumbag and your ex is a sorry excuse for, well, I mean, come on, you don't go that far. Dude, why are Redditors so fucking weird, man? Not a sorry excuse for a mother. She just is kind of in the wrong here. Letting her husband sexualize and insult her daughter and expecting you to be the one apologizing. The mother definitely could do better in this situation, but like we don't know the rest of her mothership. You know what I mean? You know what? We said everything we need to say. I feel like these commenters are really weird on this subreddit. I feel like they're like way more aggressive on this subreddit. This is an alternative version of Am I the Asshole? I think this is like a more aggressive version of it. Mom would 100% allow something bad to happen. I truly hope the dad gets the best in life for protecting his daughter. I mean, I would like to know like what the mother is thinking in this situation, you know? Like she was just saying he was just joking around. So she was corroborating that Sean was not being serious about this. But I don't know. It's kind of fucked because I think her saying that is an attempt to just try to ease the situation. There was already a physical altercation. The dude potentially had to go to the hospital. Maybe not. Maybe he did or not. He may have to. So maybe he didn't. And she's saying this is in her head. She's probably just texting this as a way to try to de-escalate the situation. You know what I mean? Because what else is she going to say? Well, I guess she could apologize on Sean's behalf. Be like, so sorry he said that. Like, what a fucking dick. I can't believe he said that. You know what? That would have been the right thing for the mom to do. If the mom had apologized, basically saying like, I'm sorry Sean said that was fucked up. She could even follow that up with, but you shouldn't have punched him in the face. He shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have punched him. Maybe not most de-escalating, but probably the correct opinion. Instead of like doing this like hard line, Sean was joking and your temper got out of control. It's like, yeah, his temper might have got out of control, right? Maybe he didn't need to punch the guy. I think he should have, but maybe he didn't need to. But this dude's not joking around, right? This isn't how you joke around about 14-year-old girls' bodies in front of their parents. The communication skills are lacking. Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is. And plus, people have this really hard time of just like really observing a situation and just being completely fucking like transparent about it. Like this Sean guy says, "Oh, I was only speaking the truth." That's not how like truth works, dude. You just said some fucked up shit. I don't know. Dude, I love stories. I love when justice is served. You know what I mean? I love seeing justice served. You ever watch those videos of bullies like fucking with kids? And then the kid just fucking decks the bully. Just rocks his shit. I love that kind of shit. So this dad punching Sean, I live for that. Good job. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is a completely different topic. Am I the asshole for refusing to weigh myself in front of my partner? Okay, I can pretty much already say there's no situation in which you should feel obligated to weigh yourself in front of your partner, but let's find out. I, female, and fiance male have broken up over this. Need some impartial opinions if I'm an asshole. I am very insecure about my weight and put on over 10 kg through COVID, work, stress, and grief. Can you guys help me? What is 10 kg? How much is that in pounds? That is 22 pounds. Okay. I received an ultimatum in July from my fiance that if I didn't lose 4 kg by my birthday yesterday, the wedding at the end of this year is off, and demanded to know what my starting weight was. Okay. You don't have to say any more. You don't have to say any more. You are not the asshole. He is a fucking ghoul. Okay? He is a fucking ghoul. Okay? That is some ghoulish shit to say. You don't make someone lose weight and give them a fucking target, or you'll cancel your wedding. What fucking hole did you climb out of before you met this girl? What a fucking loser. All right, here we go. I was really distressed, sad by this at the time of request that I couldn't even engage with him for a week. I even saw a psychologist to help me process it. I eventually cracked and told them my weight, 76 kilograms. That doesn't sound heavy. Wait, hold on. 167. I know this is a sensitive thing for a lot of people, like, but I promise it's for science. Women in the U.S. I just want to see what like the average weight is in the women. It's one set. Oh, she's average. She's average fucking weight. We don't live together. I worked really hard to lose 5 kg in about 5 weeks. Yesterday was my birthday, the weigh-in day. He came over to visit. First thing in the morning, I want to get this over with, still upset by the whole experience, and I stood on the scale in my PJs with my weight coming in at just over 70, which he looks at and verbalizes. He weighs himself, then asks me to come back and re-weigh myself in front of him without any clothes on. I refused. What? My reasoning was that I already felt humiliated and I was mentally only prepared to do it once, which in my mind I did. He thinks I'm the asshole because I refused to do something that was important to him. She already weighed herself. I think he's the asshole for making me go through this experience. I texted a single trusted friend who gave me some reassuring words, essentially that I'm not crazy and this isn't my fault. Yeah, which I shared with him, not saying who the friend female was. He thinks that is not impartial and I'm bad-mouthing him. What a pussy. We broke up over my refusal to re-weigh myself in front of him without clothes on. What does it matter if she has clothes on or not, dude? If she's wearing PJs and like a shirt, it's not even gonna add a pound. That's not even a pound, bro. That's like a few ounces. What are you doing? Oh, so I can get an accurate measurement later on. Nah, dude. Dumb fuck. Have her wear the same clothes when she weighs herself the second time. You fucking idiot. Are you stupid? Is this ghoul is a fucking moron too? Oh yeah, it is probably just a degradation thing. He is probably just being like, a fucking just a real fucking pig. This guy is, dude. Holy shit. I know people who are impartial. The internet, not on Reddit, but I think she's so clearly in the right here that even Reddit is going to agree with her. Am I being unreasonable / the asshole and not doing something that was so important to him? Am I refusing to weigh myself in front of my partner? Okay. I'm sorry, but like even some of the most psychotic, deranged, misogynistic, fat-shaming freaks on this planet would still agree that this woman is not in the wrong. Because potentially, maybe, they have a glimmer of humanity left where somebody doesn't want to be treated like a fucking science project and get naked and weighed so that they can be forced to lose weight before their wedding is canceled. Hello? I can't imagine that very many people would say that she's in the wrong here, right? And if there are people, I don't want to know them. I don't want to know they exist because this is so clear cut. We've said this before. Women are so gaslit that they will be so obviously in the right about something and still question themselves and still question, am I being crazy here? Am I overreacting? It's fucked. And she's average weight to add on to it. And let's just say she was like very overweight. It still wouldn't even matter. It doesn't change anything. Her weight in this situation is like so irrelevant. But the fact that she is average weight is just, it adds to the just the depravity of this man. It's crazy. What the actual fuck? You really dodged a bullet. Yeah. I hope you deserve so much better than this absolute piece of rat shit. I'm glad we can all agree. Not only did you lose the weight, but proved it fully clothed. The hell does he want from you? Not the asshole. Bro, I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine if bro got a glimpse of me, he would simply pass away. Maybe it's for the best, because we've been told we're crazy, too emotional our whole damn lives. Yeah, that's a really funny thing. Like, funny in an ironic way, because when men have this idea that like, oh, women are too emotional and that's why they can't be world leaders. It's like, motherfucker, are you forgetting that anger is an emotion? Dudes punch drywall when their sports team loses. That is an outburst of emotion. We're all fucking emotional. What the fuck? When men manifest their emotions, it turns into fucking violence. It's always such a dumb thing. It's crazy. But yeah, this one is so clear cut. It's wild. I feel so sorry for this girl and women like her who have to like question themselves when it's so obvious that they're not in the wrong. That is insane. I'm gonna do one more. This one sounds kind of fucking wild. Am I the asshole for putting my profoundly autistic daughter on birth control? This one is going to require a lot of context, and I'm not even going to make a fucking call on this one until I've seen every goddamn angle. I, 45 female, have a daughter 19, Layla, who is profoundly autistic. She was diagnosed as a young child, and due to the efforts of her speech and OT and her own hard work, is this some kind of therapy, occupational therapy? She has been able to gain a lot of independent daily living skills over the years. As she started hitting the teenage years, though, we started facing an extreme struggle with her period. Due to her diagnosis, she is estimated to have the developmental age of a 3 or 4-year-old child. This makes her month cycle extremely painful and confusing for her. That sucks, dude. That sucks. She does not know or understand why she is bleeding or in pain. She suffers from bad cramping, which is difficult to treat as she has a hard time communicating when she is in pain. Aside from the pain, the hygienic side of her cycle is very difficult for both her and me. Due to the painful nature of her cycle, keeping things consistently clean is extremely hard as there is a negative association there, and she does everything she can to avoid dealing with her period. This is really sad. This is like really hard. After trying different occupational therapists and plans, both me and her father, her therapist, and her pediatrician have decided the best thing for her is to put her on birth control so her cycles can be managed. We safely have her skip the majority of her cycles during the year, and it has been a blessing for us. It has been 4 months, and not only has she been able to avoid the pain she goes through every month, but her general mood and demeanor has improved as well. Her therapist believes her irregular cycle was causing her a lot of anxiety. The issue comes with my sister-in-law, Ashley. She was over at the house yesterday having lunch with us when she asked how Layla had been doing recently. I told her that she was doing well, and I explained to her the changes we made in the last few months. Ashley was horrified. She started ranting about how I am taking away my daughter's autonomy by putting her on birth control without her consent, and that the long-term effects could hurt her fertility. Layla will never have children and will never have an intimate relationship with others due to her developmental age. I tried explaining this to my sister-in-law, but she held firm. I honestly don't know if she has a good grasp on autism or developmental disorders at this point. I ended up asking her to leave as she was getting louder and I didn't want her to upset Layla. I let my husband know what had happened when he got home from work. Layla had already texted him trying to shame him for allowing Layla to be put on birth control. She has now involved my mother-in-law and has even reached out to my own mother over Facebook, claiming my husband and I are taking away our daughter's autonomy. I really think that the birth control was the right choice for our daughter, but the constant barrage of insults is starting to make me question things. Am I the asshole? Okay, this is a very delicate one. You have to take in all of the considerations here, okay? Taking away my daughter's autonomy by putting her on birth control. Long-term effects that could hurt her fertility. Layla, in her mother's words, is profoundly autistic. She has the developmental age of 3 or 4. She even says that she's probably not going to have children, so her fertility in this situation is not relevant. If someone has the developmental age of 3 or 4, should they have children? You don't think Ashley's fully aware of Layla's prognosis? Yeah, probably not. So Ashley must be under the impression that even though Layla has the developmental age of someone who's 3 or 4, Ashley thinks that she can still have children. I wonder how much religion plays. Yeah, that was my immediate snap judgment, was that she's just being a fucking freak, this Ashley person, of like, oh, birth control, it's meant to just, stop pregnancy because women want to, do all these things, and it's against God, and women when they get pregnant, it's actually God getting them pregnant, and that all these weird things, and so that's why they're so anti like birth control and anti condoms and shit. The birth control is making Layla's life better. Okay, she's not scared and in pain and all of these horrible things that are coming with a really bad period that she's getting. Okay, her being on birth control is regulating that period and making her life better. Keep in mind that this is somebody who has the developmental age of a 3 or 4 year old child. Okay, this medication is being prescribed by professionals and it's helping her. The only gripe in the situation, the conflict arises from this one person who has a problem saying that it's removing her autonomy and it's going to hurt her fertility. This person, Ashley, is under the assumption that there is going to come a point in Layla's life where she's going to be able to make the decision whether she wants to have children or not. But that is simply not the case. Am I right in saying that there aren't circumstances in which Layla can be a mother? Is that wrong? I don't know. She probably wouldn't be able to take care of her child on her own. I just wanted to make sure that I'm being like as sensitive to that as I could, because I've never ever thought of it before. I think we're all in agreement here that Layla should be kept on this birth control because it's making her life a lot better. The sister-in-law and mother-in-law are being really weird about it. Are we good there? Let's look at the comments. As a father of an autistic child, sincerely fuck your sister-in-law and anyone who agrees with her. Sister-in-law has no right to have an opinion on the situation. You did not unilaterally make this decision. You did so based on recommendations from professionals. Yes, that was an important point. The parents would 100% take care of the child. Yes, not to mention laboring a child is traumatic. Oh yeah, see, actually just going through fucking labor would be so horrible for Layla because she didn't understand what was happening every time she would go and when she would have her period as it was. So trying to explain labor and having her really grasp that and be prepared for that to happen, no, it would be unethical to allow someone with that developmental age to go through that. It would be traumatizing. There was actually a family that was in the news years back fighting in court to get their nonverbal and severely delayed daughter a hysterectomy. They won the case. It was interesting to me since so many people didn't even stop to consider the actual patient's quality of life. If it improves her quality of life, then good. See, that's what I was saying too. The prescription, the birth control. In this case, it's not just birth control, it's a period regulator. It is making Layla's life better. A hysterectomy, for those who don't know, is removing the entire uterus. You just fucking yeet it. You're just like, this whole thing that's fucking up my life every month, out of here. Yeetus fetus. Yeah, sister-in-law and mother-in-law are in deep denial over Layla's limitations. That could play a role. Like not fully grasping the situation because they probably just have this default fucking NPC belief of like birth control, bad, women are baby makers. It is ungodly to take that away from women. So they don't consider the nuance of the situation because they've got a fucking permanent brain damage for being fucking thumped on the head with a Bible. In hindsight, it is pretty cut and dry. I just wanted to make sure that I was being thorough. Okay, I was going to say I'm not going to do any more, but I think I'm going to do one more because this one sounds crazy. This is the last one, I promise. This is the last one. Am I the asshole for making a microscope slide of my husband's sperm? I think this is stupid, but my husband is annoyed with me, so it's whatever. This morning I went to take a shower, and my husband, not so gracefully, spewed his seed on our glass shower door and didn't clean it up. Alright, fellas. Is it fucking impossible to jerk off in the shower, or is it just me? Like, water is like the anti, like, lubricant. It just does not feel good. 100% impossible. Okay. Zero sensitivity. Yeah. Also, sex in the shower doesn't really work that great because the water kind of just like washes everything off. You know what I mean? So like it feels different and it doesn't feel right. It's like kind of uncomfortable. Like it shouldn't be happening. Moving on. I went to him and asked that he clean it up in the future and maybe consider not jerking it in our shared shower if he can't clean it up after himself. I don't want my shower to be filled with crusty old jizz. He argued with me that it was just shampoo. Come on, bro. You're already busted. Dude. Just admit it, dude. Please. And that I'm being crazy, basically. The fact that he kept insisting it was shampoo when I knew it wasn't annoyed me. So I grabbed a Q-tip and a microscope slide and glass covering and made a wet mounted slide. Dude, she's getting fucking so scientific about this shit. All right, let's go. If you're wondering why I have those on hand, it's because I took a microbiology course in college years back and kept all the stuff. I viewed his slide and showed it to him. It was obviously sperm. We had a big fight and he got mad at me and said I could never let anything go. And I said we wouldn't be in this position if he'd just cleaned up after himself. And I told him to stop insisting I'm wrong when I know I'm right. We have disagreements all the time where he tells me I'm wrong when I know I'm right. And he gets so angry when I prove I'm right. Like when he insists our dog's vet is open on Sundays when I know it's closed on Sundays, etc. I work as a private investigator. Fucking sperm detective, dude. Wanting to know what's true and what isn't is just in my nature. He knew this before he married me. Am I the asshole? Hold on, there's an edit. Yes, I know I'm psycho. No, you're not. No, my husband isn't some poor sexually repressed man taking his anger out in the shower door. She said these because of some Reddit comments. So somebody insinuated that she's fucking crazy for doing this science experiment, but honestly, I understand that energy. Being like, yeah, no, hold on. Okay, hold on. You're trying to bullshit me. Okay, this isn't about feelings. This isn't about opinions. This is science, motherfucker. Let me go grab my fucking science kit and do some fucking science. And then she fucking scienced on his ass and he got fucking owned. It was obviously sperm and he was lying and he's mad about being caught lying. So people are saying, oh, you're crazy for doing that. Nah, dude, she was right. If she's crazy for that, we should have just imprisoned Einstein. If we're going to say the search for truth is crazy, put me in the insane asylum, dude. I think every girl right now should go on Amazon and buy a fucking slide and microscope set right now. I'm not even fucking around. No, my husband isn't some poor sexually repressed man taking his anger out in the shower. Also, this is like also another commenter like blaming her for not putting out so that he has to jerk off in the shower. Let's just say that he was sexually repressed and he was having issues and you know, he needed to fucking beat his meat. That's not the point of contention. The point of contention is leaving it on the fucking shower glass door. That's the point of contention. Reddit is full of old men. Dude, it's crazy because like I've always been like very like progressive and like socially progressive, you know? If I exist the way I do ideologically and I'm on Reddit, why does it feel like 99% of the other people who are on Reddit are the exact fucking dialectical opposite of me? You know what I mean? It's so weird. I literally do him like every day. Crazy good in bed. No, I don't know why he doesn't just say, sorry for jizzing on the shower door, I'll go clean it up, my swimmers. No, we aren't getting a divorce. Say what you want. I have fun in my marriage and in life. I'm off to go fingerprint my box of fruit snacks to see if he ate any. That's funny. She's taking it in stride. That's good. Don't put me on your TikToks, Instagram, or Instagram videos, you losers. Not my fault your lives are so boring. You have to base your content around someone else's. People, oh, you know what? Oh my God, dude. There were probably like these, like, those like disgusting freak, like dudes I was talking about earlier, who cut like, just like toxic masculinity content. They're probably shitting on her, calling her fucking weird, and those like fucking alpha bro TikToks and Instagram. Bro, how much louder do you have to say that you are a science denier for shitting on this woman, dude? She's talking about me. No, I'm on her side. But yeah, no, like I can just imagine, dude. I can just imagine all those dudes. Dude, this girl is fucking crazy, man. She had to take out a microscope to see if her husband jizzed on the shower door. Men have it so hard, dude. Yo, men can't even like come in public spaces anymore without their girlfriends doing science. That right there is my quote of the year. Damn, I can't believe someone jizzed in the shampoo bottle at the factory. It's so good. Oh, that's so good. I want you to be my kind of friend. This is just awesome and hilarious. Yes. Not the husband. My ex used to jerk it in the bed when he thought I was sleeping. I was considerate enough to pretend to sleep to save him from being embarrassed. Till he blew it on my back and wasn't going to wipe it off or wake me. Asked him to please not plaster my back anymore and he denied it completely. If you're in a relationship, a healthy long-term relationship, you should be totally okay with your partner masturbating and also like you jerking off and them not being like weirded out about it, right? Like you guys are fucking in this together. You guys can fucking jerk off and masturbate and not have to like try to hide it. Am I crazy? If you guys have any more Reddit threads that you want me to discuss on stream, join my Discord. Make sure you post them in the Discord channel, and I will take a look at them. It'll be fun. It'll be a great time. If no one else has enough to send, I've got a bunch of them saved that I'm going to look at as well that I found independently. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.